In the last video, I said that I would record a special video explaining and introducing non-fungible tokens in detail, which is the main topic of discussion in today's video. Let's start from the most basic. A fungible good is an item that is mutually interchangeable with one another. Money is a good example. A 100 ringgit note is worth the same as another 100 ringgit note. Despite minor distinctions such as serial numbers and issue dates, paper money is fungible as they are interchangeable and facilitate transactions in our daily lives. On the other hand, vehicles, art and properties are examples of non-fungible items that are unique and not interchangeable with one another. Think of two houses located next to each other. The two houses reside within the same neighborhood, share the same property developer, and even look completely identical from the outside. But they are technically not the same nor interchangeable. Their decor and interior layout can be different. One of them could be located at the beginning of the road, while the other one at the tail end of the road, which makes it marginally more valuable than the other. Simply put, these two houses do not share the same intrinsic value and thus are not mutually interchangeable, so making them non-fungible. Fungible and non-fungible items are traditionally tangible items. As our world gets increasingly digitized, intangible items are now becoming increasingly common. In the past few years, we have seen the rise of intangible and fungible tokens such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and others. These items are intangible because they do not exist in a physical format. They can't be felt or touched, much like how your Insta or Facebook account only exists in internet, and internet is a digital format. With the rise of smart contract platforms like Ethereum, the technology now exists for NFTs to be created. Next is to explain what a non-fungible token is. Non-fungible token is called NFT in English. Another word for non-fungible is irreplaceable. Irreplaceable means that it is unique, exclusive, and cannot be replaced by something else. For example, each Bitcoin can be replaced with each other. Exchange one Bitcoin for another Bitcoin and get back the exact same Bitcoin. The same is true for the example of the 100 ringgit note just now. You can't find two exact identical tree leaves in the world, and when you compare one leaf to another, you won't find the exact same leaf. In other words, no two leaves are 100% the same. The same is true for the example of the two houses just now. The principle of NFT is like the two houses and the two tree leaves. This is to explain NFT from a daily life perspective. Let me give another example. If someone were to run off with the Mona Lisa painting and then attempt to sell the painting, it would be difficult to verify the authenticity without bringing in the art experts. The thief might create multiple replicas and sell them to different buyers. With digital art, it is even easier to make a lot of copies and claim all the copies are original. And unlike the real world, there is no way to verify which digital image is the original. This is where NFT comes in. Now, I will come in to explain from technical perspective. NFT is a token that possesses a unique identifier and has additional parameters that allow you to store certain information on it. That unique identifier is what makes a token non-fungible. The additional information can be any information such as text, images, audio, and video files. NFT take advantage of smart contract technology to store and record unique information on the blockchain, which means that whenever an NFT is created, only that one and only is verifiable. NFT creators can also encrypt details such as rich metadata or secure file links, allowing people to create all sorts of verifiable digital assets based on images, audio, and video files mentioned just now. These technologies allow everyone to verify the authenticity of the digital assets and simplify the process of establishing ownership. It also allows the transfer of assets safely, efficiently, and verifiably. With NFT, you will get to enjoy three most significant advantages. Number one, you can digitally certify that an asset is authentic and artists can easily prove that a particular work is original. Number two, you can verify the source of origin of digital assets through the blockchain. For example, you can easily track when an asset was first created and subsequently sold. Number three, you can then follow the trail and track the list of past owners and view how much each buyer paid for the price. NFT mitigate issues such as fraud and plagiarism, which is a common problem all non-fungible goods face. Rather than hiring an expert, we can verify the authenticity of an NFT using the blockchain. In addition, we can also check whether an NFT is part of a larger collection by checking whether the contract addresses match. NFT are already disrupting many industries. For example, artists do not need intermediaries like art galleries to market and sell their artwork. Often, these galleries are the gatekeepers and highly selective. Not every artist is eligible. Art galleries also charge exorbitant commissions fees of up to 50%, reducing the net pay to the artists. With NFT, artists can sell their work directly to purchasers on NFT open marketplaces. In conclusion, unlike fungible cryptocurrency, NFTs are unique and not interchangeable. Since each cryptocurrency is uniform and practically indistinguishable from the other, just like the 100 ringgit note example, you can freely trade them on cryptocurrency exchange. However, you cannot easily trade an NFT as no two NFTs are the same, just like there will not be two pieces of tree leaves that are exactly the same. Each NFT has its unique identifier and trait, thus making each NFT is different, even though they may look similar on the surface. Now, let's look at how to make money from NFT from the business perspective. When it comes to making money, everyone gets excited. NFT cannot be divided into smaller units like conventional cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin, for example, is divisible up to 8 decimal points. What does it mean? If you want to buy Bitcoin, you don't need to buy 1 Bitcoin. You can buy very small quantity, not even 1. The quantity you can buy is very small until 8 decimal points. Like that example you can see on the screen now. 0.0000001. This is the smallest quantity you can buy or sell at a time. This is also the quantity you can buy or sell any cryptocurrencies. Therefore, NFT is usually illiquid and harder to sell since the NFT must be purchased in one whole piece. NFT started with Ethereum blockchain. Ethereum stores additional data to make NFT different from regular tokens. And now, many other blockchains have completed their own versions of NFT protocols. For example, the ZOS, Flow, Binance Smart Chain, Solana, Ethereum Name Service, or in short, ENS, and many more. NFT has become the most cutting edge and popular art format. Tweets, selfies, Wi-Fis, and any other form of digital asset seen on social media can be sold as NFT. Some people even ask me, since I said this, then everyone can sell the tweets, the selfies, the Wi-Fis, and random photos they took as NFT to make a fortune from them. In principle, it is possible. But whether anyone will buy your NFT is another question. it is a completely different matter. Don't forget, to mint token also costs you money. All NFTs in China are called digital collections. Cash transactions are used, emphasizing the use of technical means to solve the problem of ownership of digital artworks. NFT will become a form of digital assets ownership and will be the future trend. For examples, there are NFTs called CryptoPunks, CryptoKitties, Mutant 8 Yacht Club, Bored 8 Yacht Club, Will Detective, Magic Paul Lindsay. There are also NFT created by some world-renowned companies such as online games, well-known clothing brands, branded accessories like bracelets and charms, football clubs, social clubs, well-known magazines, celebrities, luxury sport cars, and etc. and etc. Especially with the arrival of Metaverse, this trend will explode. In the ecology of Metaverse, there will be a huge number of digital assets. NFT will become the key evidence of virtual asset ownership and an important tool for transaction circulation. The Metaverse is still in the development stage. To trade NFT, there are designated marketplaces such as OpenSea, SuperRare, Axie Infinity, Coinbase, DraftKings, CloudFresh. What I just mentioned is a non-exhaustive list. The largest is OpenSea, as it has the highest trading volume among the trading platforms. Just now, I was joking that everyone can create selfie photos as NFT to sell. Do you want to know how? In the world of NFT, the technical word for creating NFT is mint token. Let's get to know a little bit more. With the growing popularity of NFT, many artists are wondering if they can sell their artwork as NFT. To create non-fungible tokens, NFT must go through the minting process on the blockchain before they can sell in the marketplace. Minting is the process of turning your digital artwork or file into a digital collectible. Through this process, artworks can be sold and bought on the NFT marketplaces. Minting token also can be done on NFT marketplaces like OpenSea, Rarible, Binance NFT, etc. and etc. Most NFT minting requires connection to a digital wallet like MetaMask and requires a certain fee that is called gas fee. Gas fees are also fees required to convert digital artworks into digital assets on the blockchain. On the Ethereum blockchain, gas fees are typically between $50 and $200, and even higher when the network is congested, depending on network condition and individual NFT platforms. Usually, the buyer and seller decide who pays the gas fee depending on the situation. There are two. One is the fixed price method and the other is the auction price method. For example, in OpenSea, when selling a fixed price NFT, the buyer is responsible for paying the gas fee. However, in auction price method, when an offer to the auction NFT is accepted, the seller will pay the gas fee. Also, gas fees are usually incurred when any NFT is listed on the place. Currently, most NFT marketplaces offer lazy minting, which means NFT are minted after they are sold rather than when they are listed. Most of the time, minting NFT does require high fees, but the options of lazy minting greatly reduces the gas fees for creators and artists on the platform. Although the minting process may be slightly different from platform to platform, the basic operation is the same. Once an NFT is minted, it is permanently stored in the blockchain's decentralized database or the distributed ledger. It cannot be edited, cannot be modified, and cannot be deleted. That's all I would like to share today. I hope today's video has benefited you a lot. In the next video, we will learn about Metaverse together. Are you looking forward to it? If my video has helped you learn something, please subscribe my channel and share my video with your relatives, your friends and colleagues so that all of us can learn together. And remember to click the little bell so that you are notified of my new video release. Also, if you want to learn anything about cryptocurrencies or non-fungible tokens, you are welcome to write in the comment area. Thank you for watching today. See you next time. Bye bye.